Would you believe us if we said that Sonic Team had started development on a first-person shooter? Well, it's true. Fifth Phantom Saga was set out to be an FPS for the PlayStation 3. The game was demonstrated at E3 in 2005, competing with other paranormal shooters like Fear and Resident Evil 4. The trailer that Sega showed was a hardcore mix of rock music, first-person gunplay, and flashy character sequences. The video featured what looks like a demonic creature being controlled by the player character to affect the game world. A writer from GameSpot who saw the game's demonstration suggested that it appeared to have some form of co-op play. Further details emerged at the Tokyo Game Show 2005, where Yuji Naka himself presented a deeper look at the game through a tech demo. Interestingly, the title itself was a clever nod to the genre, with its initials forming FPS. Fifth Phantom Saga would have boasted a unique blend of horror and psychic powers. The trailer showcased the ability to control a phantom with telekinetic abilities, a concept that would later find its way into Silver the Hedgehog's moveset in Sonic 2006. Despite the promising previews, Fifth Phantom Saga vanished as quickly as it appeared. Sega never officially announced its cancellation, leaving fans to speculate. With Sonic 06's development team splitting in two to tackle both Sonic 06 and Sonic and the Secret Rings, Fifth Phantom Saga might have been sacrificed for these Sonic games. This isn't the only time Yuji Naka or the Sonic team has had to cancel a project. Air Knights was intended to be a sequel for the Sega Saturn title Nights into Dreams. It's reported that the development team wanted to utilize cutting-edge motion control technology for controlling the player character. The game was in development towards the end of the 1990s, while Sega was experimenting with new features like motion controls for the Sega Saturn and upcoming Dreamcast. Air Knights was cancelled when the company decided to opt towards a more traditional controller for their next console. Yuji Naka later stated that he wanted motion controls to be a central element for the next game in the Knights series. Screenshots have leaked of motion controller prototypes for the Dreamcast. Thankfully, it's likely that a bunch of ideas from this scrapped game were used in the released Wii sequel, Knights Journey of Dreams from 2007. Thank the Wii's motion controls for that one. Before Sonic the Hedgehog's conception, Naka was a programmer on a game called Metal Lancer, which was cancelled a year before the release of Sonic the Hedgehog in 1991. It was said to be a first-person space shooter, using innovative scaling techniques to give a sense of distance and depth to the 2D sprites. The protagonist was a female space pilot who controlled a space robot and would gun down enemies that could be picked up on a radar system within the cockpit. The reason for Metal Lancer's cancellation is unknown, but it's speculated that the mechanics were too complex for the Mega Drive or Genesis hardware. Burning Rangers was a 1998 Sega Saturn game by Sonic Team's power duo, Naoto Oshima and Yuji Naka. Players would have taken control of a firefighter, extinguishing flames and rescuing civilians in a fictional, futuristic city. Burning Rangers has recently been in the gaming news again, as an interview with Sonic creative head Takashi Iizuka hinted that there may be a return to classic Sega games like Burning Rangers, as well as a revisit to the Knights series. Unlike the Knights series, which has had a sequel and remake, Burning Rangers is one of a kind, with original hard copies of the game currently selling for hundreds of dollars to collectors. Iizuka essentially said that Sonic Team has been on a huge hiring spree lately, and that he wouldn't rule out any possibility of Burning Rangers making a comeback. Please like the video and subscribe! Join GameFAQs Special to access our exclusive library of member-only episodes, including one on every Sonic voice actor. Our first member will get to choose a game for us to cover, and we'll use ideas from other members too. Thanks for watching. This has been a GameFAQs Special.